Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show. Real talk, big opinions, and fearless conversations. From the front lines of politics to the latest in pop culture. From breaking sports headlines to the stories that move the world. Nothing's off limits, and nobody's holding back. Arrington Gavin is here to break it down, build it up, and keep it all the way real. So turn it up, lean in, and let's get into it. This is the Arrington Gavin Show.
Family, what's happening, y'all? Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show, your go-to spot for sharp insights, bold opinions, and unfiltered takes on the biggest stories of the day, whether it's politics, sports, pop culture, or the latest buzz. Look, we're diving deep and keeping it real. So please do me a favor, kick back, stay informed, and get ready to join the conversation. On today's conversation, I'm going to give you my take on the recent boxing match between Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. As we all know, Jake Paul, the YouTuber turned boxer, and of course, it was made a big spectacle. It was held on Netflix Live, which I will say I'm gonna give Netflix credit because I'm enjoying their live events, whether if it's comedy specials or boxing matches. I'm enjoying them, and I'll give my I'll give a more of a positive take on Jake, because I'm a bit critical of Jake Paul and just the whole notion that, is he a true boxer? Do you consider him a boxer? Like Tyson, like Mayweather, like any professional boxer, Canelo, all those guys, should he earn the respect as being considered a boxer? And I've explained why I would say no, but we'll talk more about that later on in the program. Also, New York Congresswoman Elise Stefanik has dropped out of the governor's race in New York and had announced that she is leaving Congress. So she's not going to be seeking re-election in Congress and dropping out of the governor's race. Interesting. Another vocal MAGA supporter now announcing that they're leaving Congress. So you start off with Matt Gaetz from Florida, who was nominated for Attorney General, and then he dropped out of the consideration and then left Congress. You had Marjorie Taylor Greene, the number one MAGA vocal supporter, who was talking about running for Senate, U.S. Senate in the state of Georgia, where she serves as a congresswoman. And all of a sudden, her and Trump just started distancing themselves, going head to head, toe to toe. Start off with the Epstein list, then cuts on benefits, health benefits. She represents a more rural part of Georgia, and she was being very vocal against the administration and Trump specifically. So that right there, burned some bridges. And she had announced that she was going to be leaving Congress on January 6th will be her last day. So we're going to talk about the news about Elise Stefanik dropping out. Of course, Donald Trump continues his petty tour, I call it, where he's always he's renovating something or recreating something and putting his twist on it, because he always says the previous administration is this, the previous administration is that. He's always talking about the past so many times and is never talking about what he's doing, his wrongdoing. He doesn't talk about it. So we're going to talk about it. And I hope y'all stay with us for the remainder of the show. What else do we have going on here? We got a lot more here on the Arrington Gavin Show. I am broadcasting this program. I'm here in a red state. I'm here in South Carolina. I'm currently on vacay, visiting some family. And so for those who are watching us right now on YouTube, you're like, Arrington, what are you? Are you in? What are you? Yes, I am in a closet, a very nice closet. But hey, we make it happen. For those who are watching us on YouTube right now, as always, I thank you. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, please do so. Like, subscribe, share with a friend, share with family. I truly appreciate it. We want to keep that momentum going. keep growing our viewerships as well as our subscribers. In addition to watching us on YouTube, you can also check us out on Facebook. All right, you can check us out on Facebook, and you can listen and watch past episodes of the Arrington Gavin Show on Goatverse TV. Okay, Goatverse TV. If you haven't, if ways you can tune into those episodes is by downloading the app available in the App Store, Google Play Store, Roku, as well as Amazon Fire TV. Then, if you would prefer to listen to us on the go, you're available on all major podcast platforms. So wherever you get your podcast, you can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show. And then lastly, you can listen to us in your car on the radio airwaves. Shout out to our fam out in New Orleans, WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about, where you can tune into the program weeknights at 7 p.m. Central Time. Again, that's only on WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about. Then we're going to head over to the Houston area to Afro Vibes Radio. That's right, Afro Vibes Radio. You can listen in on to the Arrington Gavin Show Mondays at 12 p.m. Central Time. Again, that's on Afro Vibes Radio. And then lastly, we're going to head over to the Metro Atlanta area to WDJY 99.1 FM Straight Talk, where you can tune in weeknights at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to the Arrington Gavin Show. So those are ways y'all can chime in and always stay up to speed on the program. You can also check out our website. You can check out our website. You see I provided, for those who are watching, a QR code at the top of the screen. That right there will direct you to our website. The name of that website is www.theagshow.com. A as in Apple, G as in George, theagshow.com. You can follow up on the latest episodes. You can contact us if you have any questions. If you enjoyed a topic and just want to say, hey, look, I enjoyed that, or if there's something you want us to discuss more on, hit us up, let us know. You can also hit us up on social media, Instagram preferably, but you can also check us out on X, and what else are we on? And check out our Substack page too. Check out our Substack, and we're on TikTok as well. So those are kind of like the slower social media platforms. When I mean slower, I mean slower engagement. I'm not as active on those platforms, but we are on those platforms. But I'm more on Instagram most of the time. So yes, my friends, I hope y'all continue to support that, and we're gonna get it going with the show. Before we head to a commercial break, how's everybody doing? How are y'all doing? How are y'all feeling during this holiday season, right? I don't know about y'all. I'm great. We, as I mentioned, we are visiting family in South Carolina, and I made sure that I wanted to, wherever I go, I'm doing the show. So the show must go on. The show must go on. But we are very excited, fortunate to just spend time with family. I know we're in some troubling times right now where a lot of folks don't know when their next, I wouldn't say next pay. Well, yeah, next paycheck. They don't know where the next meal is. Not everybody is going to have the Christmas that they wanted, but I always say keep those folks in prayers. Do what you can to help those in need through the holiday seasons, because again, there is a lot of families and individuals that are hurting during this period, that are not doing so well, that are not, fortunate the way you are. So just, be a good person. Just, help out, assist in any way, whether that's donating something, whether if it's clothes, food, resources, just be a blessing to others, because it's what's needed, it's what's right. And as a human race, we all should stick together and help our brothers and sisters in need. So that's just kind of like my 2 cents. I'm not trying to preach for y'all, but I just wanted to share that with you all during this holiday season, because a lot of folks were skeptical or even really getting a lot of gifts or getting any gifts due to, hey, we witnessed a 40 plus day government shutdown. We've seen we've heard horrific stories of shootings that happen on college campuses, and and just hate crime going left and right, and division just going back. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff happening. So I just felt like venting and sharing that with you all. So yeah, just wanted to do that for you. Let's see here. Look, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Do not go anywhere. You're listening right now to the Arrington Gavin Show. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks. Do not change that dial.
Every man has a story to tell. Your ambitions, your achievements, your legacy. Your suit should reflect that story, crafted precisely, designed for impact, and tailored exclusively for you. We work with only the finest fabrics, luxurious wools, silk, linen, and blends from world-renowned mills in Italy, the UK, and India. These fabrics are the foundation of custom suits that exude elegance and stand the test of time. But a suit isn't just about fabric, it's about fit, and it's about confidence, and it all starts with you. When you work with me, you'll receive a personalized consultation, whether in person or over Zoom. Together, we'll explore your vision and discuss your needs. And we're gonna bring your ideas to life. My journey as a designer includes apprenticing under New York-based designer Clavon Leonard, showcasing collections at New York Fashion Week, Algeria Fashion Week, and the prestigious Baltimore Met Gala. That experience is what we bring to every suit we create, from weddings to corporate events and everything in between. We specialize in crafting one-of-a-kind suits for life's most significant moments. Dapper Luke has been recognized as one of Baltimore's best menswear in 2023, and I was honored to be one of the 10 designers selected for the prestigious Baltimore Met Gala. With over 900 satisfied clients, we proudly serve Virginia Beach and Baltimore, bringing world-class designs to these incredible communities. We don't just make suits, we craft confidence. Your suit will fit your body, your style, and it will tell your story. Book your free online personal consultation today. Visit www.dapperluke.com.
What's up, y'all? Welcome now.
And we still in traffic.
Don't look familiar, do I? Not in this seat.
Hey, what's that you listening to?
Here to host today.
Hey, turn it up.
With me?
Yeah, this that new GoVerse app. I got you.
So y'all want to know where the goats are? They're off on the sidelines.
Looking for fresh, relevant content wherever you go?
What was the name of that he said?
Introducing GoatVerse TV.
GoatVerse, that's what it's called.
The free streaming app that brings you the best podcasts, current events, and thought-provoking opinions all in one place. Download it now from the Apple Store or Play Store. In Goats, we trust.
Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Order our scented beard oils and beard balms to help you maintain and grow the perfect beard. Order today. Try our men's care products like the full body exfoliating cleansing bars, body wash, smooth stash, and more. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Rugged Evolution Beard Care. We're your luxury but affordable men's care line. And remember,
Rugged is the new smooth.
Hey, welcome back, family. Welcome back to the Arrington Gavin Show. So before I really want to spend a lot of time talking about the whole Jake Paul fight and just the whole conversation. Hey, is Jake Paul a boxer? Is he is he a true professional boxer? Now that he's really had a taste of competing against a real, a boxer. But before I move forward, because I do want to talk about that, but before we move to that, look, this went trending on social media. Let me for those who are watching, I'm gonna post a picture of this story here involving rapper Ice Spice. Okay, Ice Spice is her name. Ice Spice recently had went viral, causing some controversy because she was at a SpongeBob movie premiere. Okay, SpongeBob movie premiere. And she was at a premiere party, and she was sporting a very risque, inappropriate outfit, a see-through attire, and you could see everything. Okay, you can see everything. And it's kind of corny, but she truly, it was on brand. I mean, bikini bottom, she was showing her. No, you get it? Maybe. Okay. Anyways, Ice Spice has always been that rapper who, and I hate to say it, but a common, well, I'm not gonna say a common female rapper, but she is somebody, in my opinion, that gives a bad rep to the female rappers that came before her. MC Light, Salt and Pepper, Queen Latifah. Those are just the few that I can remember at the moment, but they did not show off, even though they were beautiful women, they did not show off their body like if it was like they had to do, like they didn't need to. Their lyrics, their music spoke for itself, right? But now you have Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Ice Spice, Doja Cat is she a rapper? Yeah, she's a rapper, or entertainer. I don't know how you were, what category you would put her in. But you just see now a lot of female rappers that are on top. They dress like strippers. I'm sorry, but that's just what it is. And it's a part of their brand now. And I'm like, okay, Lotto. I mean, the Glorilla. And look, these are talented women, by the way. They don't have to show off their bodies like that, but it's like it's such a bad rep, I think, in the industry. And I can't speak for for them because hey, I'm not in the industry, but I'm just being a person looking at the outside looking in. And let me not get sidetracked here, but she was at a kids movie premiere. SpongeBob is a kid show, even though SpongeBob, some of his jokes it'll throw some adult jabs in there, if I might ask. SpongeBob has been going on since I was a kid, and I was just telling some friends of mine, I'm like, SpongeBob got to be damn near 80. Like, like how old is SpongeBob? He will never, him, Patrick, Squidward, all those Mr. Krabs, all they still living, and it's a very entertaining cartoon show. But they do a lot of movies, and Ice Spice, and this is just the outfit again. I'm showing off what you. Look at this. There were kids and parents, and she's showing, like I said, everything that like all her skin, very not appropriate for the children that tune into to SpongeBob. Now, the reason why she was there is because she contribute. She appears in the film as well as contribute the original song "Big Guy." Again, I bring this story up because the question I would want to ask Ice Spice is, why choose that outfit for this event? Seriously, like, why choose this outfit? You are 25 years old. Those kids were looking up to you probably like as a mentor. Not when you say as a mentor, but when they look at young stars like that, they relate better to them. Like, oh, she's famous, she's this, she's that. If she can do it, I can do it. Hopefully I can be something like her. These kids are looking at you thinking, okay, that's the way I got to dress in order to be successful. And it's sad because this is what we discuss in regards to what kids sees, what teens and young people they're working towards. They're like, okay, if I don't look that, I can't be accepted in life. Remember the story, y'all, when I was talking about Australia. Australia recently had a social media ban, and they had banned all social media platforms to children under the age of 16. Me personally, I think that's a bit much. I don't think they should permanently ban social media at all. The reason why they did that was because they said, hey, we want to protect our children. It's social media is unsafe. We've had a lot of kids lose their life due to social media, cyberbullying and whatnot. And something like this doesn't help me make my case, because there's parents now saying, see, look, this is exactly what they're looking on social media right now. They're looking at this individual that's dressed, pretty much naked, showing all her stuff. And now you're leaning my child into seeing stuff that they were not old enough to start looking at. Okay. So, I would say this. whoever is her PR person, they're probably hitting their head against the table right now. If her if Ice Spice was expecting to win over a younger audience, because this is a person that is like besties with Taylor Swift and all, Zendaya and those like Disney Channel, Nickelodeon stars, now adults. One thing I will give, because I find Taylor Swift's music annoying. I'm not a what they call Swiftie. I don't listen to her music. Do I dislike her? No. I'm just like, she bores me, and I find her a bit of annoying, and I'm in no disrespect to Taylor Swift. I respect her career. She is a superstar. She did that all on her own. But again, I just find her annoying. I feel like every song she writes or sings is always about a breakup and this and that. It's like, okay, so extremely corny. I don't think she's you know, would I have her singing the national anthem? No, but hey, she's a better singer than me. She's a billionaire, so obviously she's doing a lot better than me, right? But one thing I'll give a thing I'll give Taylor Swift huge credit for is that her audience is folks of all ages. Her music is not inappropriate. The way she dresses, she doesn't dress inappropriate for all age groups. Like, she has a target audience, literally from a toddler to somebody that's 100 years old, and it has been like that her whole career, and that is awesome. That is big, because we've seen folks like Miley Cyrus who start off in Disney Channel and then let me become an adult, and now I'm going to be a little more on the adult side. Who else? I mean, Justin Timberlake, they start off as the Mickey Mouse kid, Britney Spears, all these young, Destiny's Child, or excuse me, Beyonce, everybody start off as kids and then eventually work their way to older audience. Not Taylor Swift. Now, going back to Ice Spice is already telling you the audience that she wants to gravitate to, and that's not gonna go nowhere. So just wanted to put my 2 cents on Miss Ice Spice. But now I want to talk about this boxing match between Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua, British boxer Anthony Joshua. Now, first, let me kind of give you the backstory on this fight, because initially it was supposed to be a bout between Gervonta Tank Davis and Jake Paul, a fight that I was not interested at all in watching if that was gonna follow through. Why? Because with Jake Paul, and this is why I've always been critical of him on this whole category, is he's a boxer now. He's 12. Look, he's 12-1. That's his boxing record. His record has always been fixed, trash, garbage. It's not boxing. If someone is trying to get interested in understanding boxing or watch boxing, don't watch a Jake Paul fight. Please don't. It's all about putting on a spectacle. His first fight, he fought former NBA star Nate Robinson, someone who was undersized and who never fought a pro boxing match a day in his life. Then after that, he fought a bunch of former known MMA fighters who, again, hasn't had a MMA or a boxing match in decades. Fights them because, hey, look, those fighters, they ain't doing nothing with their life. They looking for that big pay raise, that big paycheck. So they fight Jake Paul. Jake Paul has already grown a career alongside his older brother, Logan Paul. They started their millions from YouTube and then worked their way into podcasting and so much other stuff, right? Jake has the whole boxing thing and the boxing promotion. Logan is now a star in the World Wrestling Entertainment. I mean, in a really good one. They're athletes. They're both athletes. Jake Paul is 28 years old. He started to put these, I would consider it like celebrity bouts, because yes, the folks that he will fight are former fighters, but they're not boxers. They're either, and it's not even though I think they were sanctioned fights, they weren't in the same weight division. They weren't in the same height division. They weren't in the same skill level. Like, it's just, it was always out of whack. Now, the last fight that Jake Paul had was against Iron Mike Tyson, a Hall of Famer, former champion Mike Tyson. Now, here's the kicker. Jake Paul, at the time when he fought Tyson, I believe was either 26 or 27. Mike Tyson was 57 and hadn't fought a fight in forever. And hey, the training was one thing. It showed Tyson getting back in shape, this and that and the other. And we like, ooh, Tyson about to throw some hands on him. And then the fight raised all this money, and it became, hot garbage. It was trash. It was not good at all. It made Tyson look like a amateur. To me, it was sad. And I'm like, Tyson, why would you ruin your career for the bag like that? Like, I get it. Money's money, and I love it too. But your legacy is already it's perfect. Like, why ruin it? Fast forward to that. Folks still didn't take Jake Paul seriously. I didn't take Jake Paul seriously. He fought a man that was almost 60. But business wise, I see how the brand works for him. Jake is not trying to be a pro or known to be a pro boxer. He's a dude with money that loves the sport, that wants to contribute to the sport. His promotion has garnered huge pay raises or paychecks for these fighters that he's fought, or also these fight cards, right? Female boxers that have competed on his fight cards have received the most money in their careers. And that's a big deal, right? That's a big deal. A lot of the female boxers have thanked him because they're like, hey, look, we've never received this much money ever. So we thank you for that. So he is changing the game. Now, going to this fight right here, Jake fought a massive giant, Anthony Joshua. Anthony, what's his full name here? Anthony, never mind. I'm not going to say that full name because I cannot pronounce it. But he is a British boxer. He's a former 2-time heavyweight champion. Held the unified world heavyweight championship twice between 2017 to 2019 and 2019 to 2021. He's 36 years old. In his total career, he's fought a total of 33 fights. He has 29 wins and 4 losses. Pretty great overall record. Now, the size difference was a big key too. This joker was 6'6". You hear me? 6'6". Jake Paul was 6'1", 6'2". So a huge size advantage. Everybody was saying, okay, he's about to, mop the floor with Paul. This is not going to look pretty whatsoever. So for those who are watching, I'm gonna place a quick clip of how this fight ended. For those who are listening, just listen tight. So you hear the crowd going. So right there, that was the closing of that fight between Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua won by TKO. The way the fight was, and I'm going to explain why Jake Paul is not a fighter. A true fighter does not continue to collapse on his knees and hold on to the fighter's leg like if he was dry humping the man's leg like a little dog. That's what he kept on doing the whole entire time. Because he knew he wasn't going to win. It was a huge size advantage, huge skill advantage. It was pitiful to the point where the ref had to intervene and say, "Look, these people paid to see a fight. Give them what they want to see." I'm not going to have this in it because he kept on falling, this and the other. A lot of folks were saying it wasn't going to last to five rounds. I think in total, it was 8 rounds. It was an 8-round fight, but it lasted up to either the 5th or 6th. I think it was a 6th round. I want to say the 6th round. Anthony Joshua landed like a right hook to Jake Paul's jaw, broke it in 2 places. It's a graphic image that you can see on social media right now where his jaw literally like just it was bad. It looked like it hurt. And it was some punches that Jake Paul was taking. He's just like just crazy. It's just like weird. I'm just like, okay, this Joker he's interesting. He's interesting. But most of the fight, it was him running, avoiding this and any other. That's not boxing, bro. That's not boxing. Like, you are extremely smart. You can find other ways to make money. Like, his name alone is very influential. He could just be a promoter. That I'm fine with. But you get in the ring with these guys, it's garbage. And I think one of the fights on that card too was Anderson Spider Silva, who's a former I would consider UFC Hall of Famer, UFC great, now boxing, because he also fought Jake Paul too in the past as a boxer. But it was Anderson Silva and Tyron Woodley, and he beat Tyron Woodley, another size difference, and that wasn't a good fight at all. But this Jake Paul fight, it was good. It was good. And I'm not saying because Jake Paul finally got a taste of his own medicine, because he's always talking about give me the best, give me this, come on, I'm the greatest, yada yada yada. No, he got the taste knocked out of his mouth. And even the boxer said, look, give him credit because he lasted in the ring with me. This is not his sport. This is different. Everybody was counting on Anthony Joshua to deliver, because if he did not, his career was going to be tarnished. What do I mean by that? What I'm saying is Anthony Joshua, well respected in the sport of boxing, great record, successful. If you steeped so low to either losing or not winning by a knockout or TKO to Jake Paul, it would have been over for you, bud. It would have been over. Now you have guys like Tyson Fury calling out Anthony Joshua and even Jake Paul, but he was just saying, "Oh, this is pitiful. This is pitiful." Yeah, yes, and then the other. And after the fight, Anthony had said, "Hey, look, he called out Tyson Fury. He did. He called him out." And so that'll possibly be the next, boxing match we'll see. Both of them are equally the same size and skill level, so it'll be a great fight to watch. But yeah, I just wanted to throw my 2 cents on that Jake Paul fight. Jake Paul's not a boxer. He is a guy who enjoys boxing as a hobby. He is not a professional boxer. For those who want to debate me on it, please feel free to come on the show or reach out to me. But I'm telling you, he is not a true boxer. And you're probably to play a little devil's advocate, you're probably thinking, well, Arrington, what makes you qualified to say what is true boxing? Okay. A true boxer stays on his feet 24/7. A true boxer actually delivers a punch and not a slap punch, because I saw a lot of slap punches in my opinion. A true boxer is not going to continue to roam around the ring to kill the clock. Okay. Yeah, they might bob and weave, think of a game plan. Once again, a true boxer fights boxers. They don't fight guys that just, becomes a pro boxer over the weekend because they met the qualifications, or somebody that had boxed when they were 15 and now they're 50 and hey, I'm gonna fight that guy because he got boxing experience. Does he really? So he fought a boxer. He fought a boxer and he got his jaw broken twice. Now, could he try and hold his own if he's meets somebody equally, I really don't know. I don't know, and I don't really think so. So let's go ahead, my friends, because that's my take on that. Let's go ahead and move forward because we got some other stories I want to share with you here. Next story I want to talk about here. Let's talk some politics. Elise Stefanik. Elise Stefanik is a New York congresswoman, former New York congresswoman. Well, no, she will soon to be former New York congresswoman. It was announced, excuse me, that she would be dropping out of the New York New York governor's race. And she at the time was the front runner to run against Kathy Hochul, who's the current governor of New York. Elise Stefanik, as I mentioned, vocal Trump supporter, fan favorite in the state of New York. She is a Republican conservative, allied to the president. And yeah, she said that she is dropping out of the race and won't run for re-election for Congress. I'm just like, interesting. And it's more on the timing. It's more on the timing, my friends. Let me read you this, reported by ABC News. Hold tight as I pull this article for you all. A Republican rep Elise Stefanik, a top ally of President Trump, announced recently that she would be suspending her campaign for governor of New York and also not run for re-election in the U.S. House of Representatives. Now, just months after she launched the bid to try to flip the governorship currently held by, as I mentioned, Governor Kathy Hochul, Democrat Kathy Hochul. A quote here, she says, "I'm truly humbled and grateful for the historic and overwhelming support from the Republicans, conservatives, independents, and Democrats all across the state for our campaign to save New York. However, as we have seen in past elections, while we would have overwhelmingly won the primary, it is not an effective use of our time or your generous resources to spend the first half of next year in an unnecessary and protracted Republican primary, especially in a challenging state like New York." Now, I don't know about New York being a challenging state because New York City is very blue. I would consider the state predominantly blue. I don't look at it as a challenging state. I look at it as that Republicans realize they up a creek these coming midterms. They are up a creek. They are struggling trying to support a president who speaks ill on individuals who were murdered, right? Instead of speaking kind word, saying, "Hey, look, thoughts and prayers for the family," even though we didn't agree with this, he was still a very nice. No, he talks ill about, and can care less how soon it is. I'm talking the body's not even cold, and he talks about the death of two people, a husband and wife, who was killed by what reports are saying by their own son. And and Donald Trump talks bad about them and brings all the attention back to him because it's always about him. He literally just he renamed the Kennedy Center, which if I have some time, I'll talk about that. He's putting these portraits, these disgusting looking portraits in the hallways of the White House with his face as the lead, and then other presidents or past presidents with rude comments under them. I mean, it's just petty central. That's what he is. Extremely petty. And the sad thing, y'all, he is the one that represents us as a country. When he goes to different countries, that is our spokesperson. That is our rep. God help us all. That's what I have to say. God help us all. But let's talk a little bit more about Elise Stefanik here. So it says here, since launching her bid for governor in November, Stefanik had consolidated support from many of New York's local Republican county parties, behind her, but she faced a primary opponent in Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman, who announced his own bid. Now, Trump, whom Stefanik has supported, had declined to endorse either candidate thus far, calling both Stefanik and Blakeman fantastic. They're both fantastic. All right. It'll be really hard to choose which one, but they're both fantastic people. That's what he said. They're fantastic. Fantastic. First of all, it says he's a friend. She's a friend. These are two great people running. In a way, I hate to see them. I'm running against each other, Trump said earlier during the month, which to me is stupid. Like, Trump, you do anything you can to win, and you will know who's the stronger candidate. For somebody that has been very vocal with you side by side, it's a shame, but hey, not really, because it's on brand. Trump is not loyal. When has he ever been loyal to people? Do you know how many folks have broke their back in their careers in the name of Trump? And they're struggling now, and he's living large, making his paper. Trump tapped her to be his U.S. ambassador to the United States shortly after his election in November of 2024, praising her in a statement to NBC News as an incredible, strong, tough, and smart American first fighter. Now, months later, Trump said he was asking her to withdraw her nomination, citing razor-thin margins in Republican-controlled House. Stefanik said she was proud to be a team player and step aside. Okay. Being a team player, stepping aside. Being a team player, stepping aside. Gotcha. Let's see here. Okay, that's just a quote. Okay, actually, well, it's a quote from the press secretary that spoke about Elise Stefanik. I'm just curious though of the why. Like, what is the reason behind her dropping out? She keeps on saying, like, I didn't want to make it you know what? I didn't want to make it like a not cutthroat, but I didn't want to have like a a massive head-to-head, primary. I just, we just need one person, support them and keep it moving. I don't know. She didn't seem like the person that just drops out and says, "Hey, I'm leaving Congress now. I'm not seeking re-election." Like, what's the deal here? There's got to be a twist. Now, recently at one of the I guess Turning Point USA's events, or one of the conservative events, I don't know if it was CPAC or something, Erica Kirk had basically said she will be supporting JD Vance as president. She endorses JD Vance. So that being said, the current VP JD Vance is already a shoo-in to be the or a shoo-in to run for president of the United States. He might even possibly be a shoo-in to be the Republican nominee. That's if this guy in office is not running a third term, which let me stop joking with y'all. Trump ain't running on third term. It's unconstitutional. He can't do it. I know what you're going to say. Well, Arrington, he's basically done everything against the Constitution. So why should we not assume that he was going to run for a third term? Hey, you got a point there, y'all. Y'all got a point there. In all honesty, I don't know what's up his sleeve. He has his minions that talk for him, like Steve Bannon, and other MAGA supporters. They talking about, third term, fourth term, all this other freaking terms. But as for me, he's not running. He's not running a third term. So who's next? You got JD, who will be running with JD. So I know it won't be no Marjorie Taylor Greene. Could it possibly be Elise Stefanik? Could be, or could they be holding her on for another position? Could be as well. I mean, you just don't know what's up the sleeve of this administration and MAGA and all this other stuff. So we will see on that. But until then, y'all, look, we're gonna take another commercial break. Do not go anywhere. You listen to the Arrington Gavin Show.
Just like a winning team evolves throughout the season, so does your beard. I'm Arrington Gavin, proud CEO of Rugged Evolution Beard Care. With our premium oils, balms, and grooming tools, it's everything you need to level up your beard game. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a rookie, Rugged Evolution is the new smooth. Order now and dominate the beard game like never before. Rugged Evolution Beard Care, because every beard deserves to be legendary.
Let me tell you something that most people get wrong about suits. A suit isn't just about you wearing it. It's how you show the world who you are. It's your handshake before you say a word, your presence when you step into any room. That's why we design statements at Dapper Luke. We don't just make suits. We'll start with the fabrics that tell your story, luxurious wools, silk, linen, and blends sourced from the finest mills in Italy, the UK, and India. Then we'll combine that with your vision, your personality, and your style. Every detail is tailored to you, from the fit to the finish. Whether for your wedding, a gala, the boardroom, we specialize in creating custom suits that are unique, just like the men who wear them. We spent years perfecting this craft, apprenticing under designers in New York and showcasing collections in New York and for Baltimore Fashion Week. None of that matters as much as seeing the look on your face when you try on your custom suit. Over 900 clients have already trusted us to deliver the best custom suits. They trust me to deliver the confidence. We proudly serve Virginia Beach and Baltimore and would be honored to bring your vision to life next. Let's create something unforgettable. Book your free consultation today at www.dapperluke.com.
Jazera Learning Institute, LLC, is a hybrid learning center that strives to educate adults and children in all fields. During the day, we offer programs that are focused on developing students from pre-K to 12th grade, which includes tutoring, homeschool co-op, an after-school program, SAT, ACT prep, and many more engaging academic programs. Our adult education programs include workforce trainings, GED prep, life coaching, various seminars, and many more. Our vision is to train and educate in a positive way that will lead to a positive change in the world, one person at a time. For more information, visit us online at jazeranlearninginstitute.com or call us at 757-208-7407.
All right, my friends, welcome back to the show. So look, I gotta talk about this president we have, man, in the White House, because it was announced that he was renaming the Kennedy Center Honors. Yes, you heard it here. I mean, not the Kennedy Center Honors, the Kennedy Center, the actual Kennedy Center. And let me go ahead and let's see here. We have some clips of how they are changing that, but let me just kind of explain the Kennedy Center Honors for those that are a bit unfamiliar with, the Kennedy Center Honors and, what makes it so prominent and whatnot. So hold tight as I give you that. So the JFK Memorial Center for Performing Arts, okay, mostly known as the Kennedy Center, National Culture Center for the Performing Arts, located in DC. It hosts theater, music, dance, opera, and so much more. I've attended concerts there. I know they do the Kennedy Center Honors, where they honor legends in the world of entertainment, theater, music, musicians, performing arts, just all around performing arts. So this upcoming class was because Trump reshaped the whole Kennedy Center board, the rules, all that other stuff. So to kind of backtrack a little more, after JFK was assassinated in 1963, the project gained a new urgency as a living memorial to him. Okay, to him. Congress passed a law creating it as a memorial, and it opened in September of 1971 with a gala performance. So it has been in existence since 71, known as the Kennedy Center, in honor of a president who was assassinated. All right. That's where the origin of there came. Now, recently, the Kennedy Center's Board of Trustees, now chaired by, you guessed it, Donald Trump, okay, after he reshaped the board earlier in his second term, he voted to rename the institution. And the new name they adopted is the Donald J. Trump and the JFK Memorial Center of Performing Arts. First of all, what the hell does Trump know anything about performing arts? He was a reality star. That was it. He had a reality show. He said a few words. You're fired. You're fired. That was it. That was it. Pop culture phenomenon. Give me a break. Give me a break. He's known of being a crude, awful, not successful businessman. I mean, he inherit funds, and he just basically makes everything as a brand, as a marketing brand. Put my name on it. I'm gonna be known as the person that loves gold and money and young women. That's all he does. That's it. Now he's renaming a historic landmark that no sitting president has ever renamed. So all of a sudden he wants to do that. So many folks have. Let me show you this here, and then I will play a clip from the great grandson, I believe, of JFK. So this is them right there, training the construction. I mean, this is a disgrace. We have so many entertainers. You have so many entertainers. Oh, sorry about that. That has protest the Kennedy Center. Those that have done so much in the world of entertainment and performing arts. They're like, this is just truly a disgrace because he disrespects everything about performing arts. In the performing arts community, you have a large community of LGBTQ plus members who have not received any support or praise from this Trump administration and Trump as an individual. To add on to that, I mentioned I had a clip from their relative from JFK, his great Joe Kennedy III. Let me show you his take on this, and then I'll also have one more clip before we end this conversation, y'all, from a congresswoman who was blocked from the voting of renaming this.
There's no ability to rename the Kennedy Center. It's the same way you could try to rename the Lincoln Memorial, right? People can say it. It doesn't mean that actually happened. The name is protected by federal law and federal statute, and that obviously hasn't changed. So he can call an apple a banana. He can say down is up, or they can say it, whatever that is. That doesn't make it the case. It's tragic that in the challenges that we're confronting, an affordability crisis where energy rates are high, groceries are high, housing is high, what apparently seems to maintain the president's attention is putting his name on a building and not advocating and protecting and fighting the people that animate it. This is a building that is a living memorial to a fallen president, right? This is not just another building. It's not a skyscraper in New York City. It's not something whose name is up for auction. It is a living legacy to a man who gave his life for our country. And one would hope that any American, let alone the president, would understand that the fact that President Trump likes to attend the Kennedy Center and is engaged by the the arts and likes to celebrate the arts, that's a good thing. There's no, every other president has attended the center and is welcome there, and as he should be. That's not the issue here. No other president has tried to put their name on it. And I wonder if the Lincoln Memorial is next. There's no ability to rename the Kennedy Center.
He's absolutely right. I personally think the Lincoln Memorial is going to be next. I mean, I hate to say it, y'all, but I truly do think it's going to be next. Why? Because the man has changed everything. Everything that is tradition or historic here, he's changing it. He's ending it. Things that don't need to be. See, here's the thing, y'all. When folks were fighting for the Confederate statues to be taken, that was a change that America needed. Why? Because the meaning behind Confederate is not the way America is or shaped. Okay. Let's just be frank here. Look, I'm currently in South Carolina, where when I arrived in the state, there is a huge Confederate flag that is waving as a welcome flag when you come in. Okay. It is huge. You know who waves the Confederate flags? KKK. The same hate group that hates Black people and the Jewish community. So anything that was tied to that needed to be removed. Okay. But as for Trump is concerned, Trump is continuing to erase positive history and things that bring positivity to America. He's erasing all and causing more division. Book banning. Let's not talk about African American studies. Let's not talk about race. Come on. Let's do other stuff, right? I mean, give me a break. Let's cut funding, public media funding. Let's cut funding from schools. Let's cut funding from folks who need that funding. Let's cut funding from healthcare and food stamps, and the list goes on and on and on. He wants to continue to harm the United States rather than build it up into something positive. He continues to cause more harm. I'm going to keep on saying it because it sickens me that he did say it. A man and wife lost their life due to just reports are saying a child who was an addict, who was suffering from drug addictions and other demons and mental issues. They lost their life, unexpected, stabbed to death, brutally murdered. A person who brought in so many great films and an American advocate. Okay, the president consider, instead of saying something very positive and lightly to bring the community together, he says he died because of Trump derangement syndrome. Makes it all about him because the guy didn't like him as a president and didn't vote for him, so he has to make it all things political. I mean, the man has the lowest IQ and just the lowest demeanor. I mean, just crude spirit. That's all I can say. I couldn't say any worse things at the moment because I'm trying to hold my tongue here, y'all, and I'm running out of time. Look, we're gonna continue this conversation on the next show. But look, peace and blessings, y'all. Continue to tune into the Arrington Gavin Show. I'll talk to y'all soon. I'm out.
That's it for tonight on the Arrington Gavin Show. Thanks for tapping in and keeping the conversation alive. Don't forget, stay connected with us on all platforms. Follow at Arrington Gavin on Instagram, Blue Sky, and X, and subscribe to the official Substack for exclusive takes and deep dives you won't get anywhere else. We're here every weeknight, same time, same energy, same real talk. Until next time, stay bold, stay sharp, and stay true. That's what we do on the Arrington Gavin Show. Peace.